이번 주에도 돌아온 하프앤하프의 정태용입니다. 반갑습니다.
And I'm Jeep. Welcome to Half and Half. All right, what are we talking about today, Taeyong Sim?
이번 주제는 구독자님께서 또 추천해주신 네, 브랜드예요. 브랜드.
Brand. Yep. This is going to be an interesting topic for me. So I'll just say this at the start, and then we'll have a long discussion. I
네.
generally don't like brands. It's not my thing. I am wearing a branded shirt right now. That's because the topic
Oh.
is brand. We can talk
네.
about that, but yeah, I generally don't like brands. How about you? What's your general feeling about brands?
저도 대체로 안 좋아해요. 대체로 안 좋아하고 그러니까 브랜드 자체가 아니라
Yeah.
막 사람들이 브랜드를 좋아하는 그런 문화를 좀 안 좋아하는 것 같아요.
I think so too. Okay, so we at least we have a similar opinion on this, but we can still talk about it and get into it.
그럼요.
Okay, first I have a quiz for you. This is a one question quiz.
네.
Do you know the original meaning of brand? The word brand, the original meaning.
영어 단어 브랜드의 원래 뜻 뭐지? 잠시만요. 생각 안 해본 것 같아요.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you a hint.
뭐예요?
I'll give you a hint.
네,
We'll see if we can
힌트.
get there. Okay. It's related to farming.
농사?
Sort of, not just 농사, but it's related to farming with animals.
목축?
I don't know the word 목축. I don't know if that's it.
뭐 양이랑 소 이런 거 기르는 거예요.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it's related to that.
거기서 브랜드라는 단어가 나왔다고요? 동물을 키우는 거. 혹시 그 동물을 키워서 잡아서 가죽 같은 걸 만들면 거기에 이름을 찍어서 그걸 브랜드라고 했나요?
Similar. Yeah. I think that's you're saying the right thing, but I'll explain it and tell me if this is what
네.
you just said. So so a long time ago, I mean, actually even these days, but people will have what we call livestock. Livestock means animals on a farm, usually for like food. So let's just start with cows. That's the easiest example that I can
네.
give. So you have a lot of cows. Let's say you're a very small farmer. You have like 20 cows. Okay, that would be a very small farm.
네.
Not a big deal, right? Now let's say you have a big farm. You have 500 cows. Okay.
관리해야 할 소가 너무 많을 때
Yeah. Okay, so you have 500 cows. Do you count every single cow every day? Like, what if? Yeah. It's going to be hard to count every cow. So what if
네.
one cow escapes? You won't know, right?
그렇죠.
What if, this is a long time ago, what if somebody comes and steals your cow, steals one cow? You won't know, right? It's just one cow. So what they did is they would take a very, very hot piece of metal, a hot iron, and they go, right?
네.
And they put a
네.
symbol, burn a symbol on the cow, right?
네.
Now, if somebody steals your cow, you see that symbol and you're like, that's my cow. You know. Or if your cow escapes and somebody finds it, whose cow is this? Now you know. You just look at the symbol, right? That's what a brand is. That's the original meaning of brand. So-
그 낙인을 브랜드라고 불렀어요?
Yes. So, but there's two parts. So first, the brand, the original meaning of brand is hot iron. Hot iron is the brand, that metal. And then brand became a verb. So you brand your cow. You put the symbol.
네,
That's
네,
branding
도장을
a cow.
찍는다. 네.
Yeah, and then the symbol that leaves on the cow, that is the brand. That's the new meaning of the word, and that's the meaning that we use these days. Kind of, it's related.
거기서 나온 거구나.
Yeah.
와, 그게 지금 생각하는 막 사람들이 좋아하는 브랜드를 떠올리면 되게 좀 재밌네요.
Yeah. It's interesting.
네.
In Korea, did they also brand livestock? Did they brand animals or not? I don't know.
그렇게는 그러니까 그 옛날처럼 막칙 해가지고
Yeah.
뜨겁게 그 지지는 건 안 하는 것 같은데요.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's more of an American thing. Like at least that's how it started, I think, because in USA there's a lot more, huge area and a lot of farms got a lot bigger and again they needed to like be able to find their livestock when they got lost or stolen. So that's how it started. Yep. But these days they still do branding for livestock these days. But I've heard that they use a new method called freeze branding.
얼린다고요?
Yeah. So instead of using hot iron, they use very cold iron. And the cold iron, it's less painful and it doesn't hurt the animal as much, but it still leaves a mark. That's what I've heard. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not an animal, so I can't say if it's painful or not, but that's what I've heard.
그렇죠. 좀 덜 아프게 해준다.
Yeah.
어,
Okay.
어차피 잡아먹을 거고 가죽을 벗길 거지만 지금은 좀 덜 아프게 해줄게. 이렇게 하네요.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's try. We've started off pretty negative. Let's try something positive.
네네.
Even though you don't like brands, do you have a favorite brand? Is there a brand that you actually do like a lot or something like that?
하나 있어요.
Yeah, what do you like?
여러 개가 있을 수도 있는데 하나는 그 옷 브랜드 중에
Clothes brand.
네네, 그 스트릿웨어 브랜드 중에 그 스터시를 아주 좋아해요.
Stussy.
네네, 그 영어로도 스투시라고 해요?
Stussy. Yeah, it was very, very popular when I was in high school.
아 진짜요?
Oh yeah, definitely.
되게 오래됐구나.
Yeah, it's been around a long time. Yeah, I don't see it that often these days. I think it's still around, but is it really popular in Korea right now or what?
네, 한국에서 진짜 많이 보여요.
Oh, really?
네, 근데 저는
Yeah.
이렇게 한국에서 누구나 다 입기 전부터 좋아했거든요. 그래서 좀 별로예요.
Once it gets too popular, then you don't like it anymore.
네. 아니, 저는
Yeah.
진짜 그게 옛날에 발견했을 때부터 로고가 너무 예뻐서
Yeah.
네, 그 너무 그 막 휙휙휙 갈긴 그 사인이 되게 너무 예뻐서 옛날부터 좋아했는데 이제는 그냥 누구나 다 입고 다니니까 저도 그냥 남들 다 입으니까 입는 것처럼 보이나 이 생각이 들더라고요.
I see. Yeah, I think I haven't seen the logo in a while, but it reminds me of like graffiti. So graffiti is like on a wall when you spray paint, like.
맞아요.
That's sort of the style, I think, and it was definitely. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's definitely spray paint kind of style.
네.
Or airbrushing at least. But I think it, at least when it started, it had sort of that like skateboarder or hip hop sort of aesthetic to it. So yeah, it's a cool brand. I've never owned any Stussy anything. I've never thought about it. But yeah, now you're saying that if everybody wears it, whether it's, somebody just random that you see or just, some random grandma on the bus, then you feel like
네.
maybe the identity of that brand
네.
isn't as specific as it used to be. And so you don't identify with it. Yeah.
그렇죠.
Interesting.
남들이 잘 몰라야 좋은데.
I see. Yeah. When I asked you what's your favorite brand,
네.
I might have one, but I didn't think of one. So I'm not sure if I have like a favorite brand, but I'll talk about my shirt for a second, just because I'm wearing it.
네.
So if a friend bought me this shirt because it says Jeep on it, right? This is Jeep brand, which is very popular in Korea these days, I've heard.
꽤 유명해요.
Yeah. I think when I visited Korea, I saw several people wearing Jeep shirts. I was like, oh, Jeep.
맞아요, 맞아요.
Here, it's pretty popular too, and it has a specific identity also. Here, I think the identity is like people who go camping or
아웃도어.
outdoors, like not big trucks, but like maybe like mountains and deserts and
네.
that kind of feeling to it. Yeah, so that's that. And then you can also see there's another brand here, which is, can you see
그러게요.
this or recognize this?
아디다스 아니에요?
Yeah, it's Adidas. Yeah. Do you know the meaning of Adidas?
아니요.
Okay.
그게 네,
예,
무슨 독일 브랜드 아니에요?
You know, I'm not sure where it's from originally. I don't know. It could be Germany. I'm not sure. But it means all day I dream about soccer. All day I dream about soccer. That's Adidas.
아, 그래서 축구 유니폼에 그렇게 많이 쓰이는구나.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
아,
So originally it was a soccer brand, but now it's used in all sports, not just soccer. It has its own meaning now.
아니 근데 아디다스가 그러면은 그냥 뜻 하나를 가진 단어가 아니라 그 뭐라고 하나요? 철자.
I think we call it symbolism or
acronym?
acronym. Yeah, that's
맞아요?
right. Yes. There's a difference between acronym and symbolism, and I cannot remember the difference. But yeah, we can say acronym. That's what most people would say. Yeah.
그렇죠. 그 all day I 이 앞 글자만 따서 하나로 만든 거.
Yeah, yeah.
근데 보통 에크로님은 그 줄어든 그 첫 글자만 따서 만든 단어도 뜻이 있는 걸로 많이 쓰던데. 그렇지 않아요?
Maybe. I'm just taking a very, very rough guess. I would say maybe like 5 or 10% of brands are acronyms, but I don't know.
네.
I think they're more common in English than in Korean.
네네.
Acronyms are more common. Yeah.
아니요.
No, what do you ask?
말은
Maybe I misunderstood. Sorry.
아마 제 생각엔 제가 말한 게 그 에크로님이랑 심볼리즘의 차이인 것 같은데.
Oh, the difference between them.
제 추측에.
Okay.
그 보통 에크로님은 그러니까 all day I dream 이렇게 앞 글자씩 따잖아요.
Right.
근데 그 앞 글자를 따서 만든 단어가 그 줄임말이
Right.
그 원래 뜻이 있는 그냥 단어인지
Right.
아니면은 그냥 이상한 새로운 단어가 생긴 건지.
Yes. It makes a new word.
아, 그래요?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, maybe symbolism, for example, would be like FBI.
네.
FBI. That's symbolism, but
네.
acronym would be like Adidas, where it's a new word. You don't say ADAIS, yeah, or ADIAS. You say Adidas. Maybe that's the difference. I can't remember.
그런가? 저도 잘 모르겠습니다.
Okay. I'm not an English major. I don't know.
넘어가죠 뭐.
Yeah. Okay, and this shirt has a third brand. I don't know.
뭐야?
So this one.
처음 봐요, 전.
So I had to look it up before we started talking because I was like, I don't know what this actually means. So this one, Juventus. It's
유벤투스.
What is it?
유벤투스 아니에요? 축구팀 이름? 유벤투스?
It's not a. Well, I don't think it's a team. Well, maybe it's a team. It's Italian soccer. Group. Is it a team?
그걸요?
I don't know. I don't know.
유벤투스 FC. 유벤투스 FC.
Okay.
네. 세리에 A 5위 지금.
Okay. So it's a team?
네.
Okay. All
토리노 팀이에요. 토리노의 팀.
Okay. See, I didn't know that. Like I said, I didn't buy the shirt. I don't really like soccer. I don't know anything about soccer.
저도 그래요.
But I think the shirt. I like the colors on this shirt a lot. There's like some subtle colors and stuff, and again, my name's Jeep, so you know. There you go. And I like that it's a sports shirt, so I can wear this when I play tennis or if I run or ride my bike or things like that. So it's useful.
네.
Okay, so brands. So what do I? So here's I have a few problems with brands. I'll just talk about things that I don't like for a while.
그래요?
Okay, so for example, a
네.
very clear example. I'm wearing this shirt with 3 brands on it. Like this brand, like I said, I don't even know what it means.
네.
And if somebody sees me wearing this shirt and sees this brand, they can believe that I know what this brand is, or that I'm a fan of whatever this is.
그렇죠.
So they might ask me like, "Oh, you really like that soccer team?" I'd say, "What soccer team?" I have no idea what you're talking about. So I kind of don't like that. A lot of times, Stussy may be another example. Somebody wears a Stussy shirt. I'm not trying to like say there's something bad about that person, but like if they don't know the meaning of that logo or that brand or that style, like it's kind of weird that they would wear it. I find that strange.
그렇긴 해요. 그렇긴 해요, 진짜.
Yeah,
저도
yeah.
그렇게 생각해요.
Yeah.
네.
Yeah. So I don't like when I wear a brand and don't know what it means. I feel a little bit stupid because I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm promoting something that I like or don't like or just don't know. Like I find that weird. So I don't know. Yeah. What else?
비슷한 경험이 저도 있는데
Mhm.
저는 제가 입었던 게 아니라
Mhm.
그 어떤 사람을 봤는데 그 사람이 그 티셔츠에
Mhm.
막 여러 그림이 그려져 있는데
Mhm.
그 중에 제일 크게 제가 되게 제가 전에 되게 많이 듣던 그 미국 힙합 아티스트가 딱 있는 거예요.
Mhm.
그래서 혹시 그 아티스트 좋아하냐고 그거 그 티 어디서 구했냐고 하니까 누군지 모르는 거예요. 예. 그래서 좀 신기했어요.
I see.
네.
Yeah. Okay, so actually this is an interesting thing is so I know in Korean there isn't very much small talk or it's maybe a little bit more difficult compared to in English.
그렇죠.
One of the easiest small talk things you can say in English, this is just a tip for anybody learning English.
네.
If-
스몰토크 비법.
Yeah, if you recognize something on somebody's shirt, like the Jeep logo or Adidas or whatever, all you have to say is, "Oh, wow, cool shirt." Like if you see somebody you don't know, just say, "Hey, cool shirt." And they'll be like, "Oh, thanks." That's it. You're done. That's small talk.
아, 그게
That's the
스몰토크예요?
easiest. Yeah, that's the easiest small talk. Just say cool shirt.
어.
Yeah, if you recognize a brand on their shirt, yeah. Because that might be all just, "Oh, cool shirt. Okay, thanks." Or they might say, "Oh, do you like that band?" And you'll say, "Yeah, I listen to that band." Or, "Oh, I have a Jeep car." Or, "Oh, I play soccer all the time." Or, "I used to come from Italy." Or, they'll have some reason that they talked about the shirt. So, yeah, it's cool. That's a good way to small talk with somebody. Yeah.
그렇구나.
Yeah.
그러면 지금 제가 입은 티는 좀 난이도가 높겠네요.
Nothing on your shirt. You could say,
네.
if I said cool shirt to you, you could be like, "Oh yeah, black's my favorite color."
아, 그렇게.
Or you could say, "Oh, my brother bought me this shirt," or like, I got this shirt in Spain, or you could come up with whatever reason to talk about your shirt. But yeah, yeah. But if somebody says "cool shirt" to you, the easiest response is "thank you." That's all you have to say.
그럼 그렇죠.
Thank you.
그러면 스몰 토크는 정복 끝.
Yeah.
좋습니다.
Okay, so
그래서-
here's something that I like about brands a lot.
네네.
I think they're kind of beautiful. So when I look at this Adidas logo, for example, like with
네.
the 3 lines, I think it's a really cool, like clear, simple design. And I think it's lasted a long time and been appealing for a long time because it's so like simple. So I
네.
like that a lot. That's my favorite thing about brands.
그 전반적으로 브랜드 로고들에 대해서 그렇게 생각하는 거예요? 아니면 아디다스만 그런 거예요?
Not Adidas specifically, just generally. Like the thing that I can like about brands is that they're nice to look at. Like
맞아요. 저도 그렇게 생각해요. 그 브랜딩이라는 개념이 되게 적인 것 같아요.
Yeah, I think so.
네.
Yeah. And then sort of the opposite of what I was saying before. Somebody who's wearing a brand or who has something that's branded might know exactly what it means and might identify with it very, very strongly. And so when you see somebody with, the branded Stussy shirt, you might say, "Oh, that guy's a skateboarder," or "That guy's a hip hop artist. He's really cool." And so it can actually match them very well. So that could be another, I guess, appeal of brands.
네. 그게 한국도 그런 부분이 좀 있는데, 근데 그렇게 막 그 스케이트보드 단어보다 이런 생각은 거의 못하는 것 같고요. 대신에 뭐 진짜 좀 특정한 뭐 러닝 브랜드 신발을 신고 있다던가,
running shoes.
네, 뭐 그 정도면 저 사람 좀 뛰는 거 좋아하나 보다, 그렇게 생각하는 것 같아요.
I see. Okay, I thought of a brand that I like. I finally did it.
네, 뭐예요?
I almost always buy New Balance shoes. New Balance. Do you have New Balance in Korea?
네, 당연히 있어요.
Okay.
혹시 발볼이 넓은 편인가요?
Yes, that's why. Yeah, you nailed it. That's the reason.
네네.
Yeah.
저도 좀 그래서.
Okay.
네.
Yeah. So, for me, like, when I was younger, I tried a lot of different brands of shoes. My parents bought them for me, of course, but there was like Reebok and Nike, and I don't know what the other major brands are. I don't remember, but they didn't fit my feet very well. Like, they always felt very uncomfortable. And when I became an adult and bought my own shoes, I started trying on lots of different kinds just to see what fit. And New Balance fit me very, very, very well. I was so surprised. I was like, wow, shoes can be comfortable. This is amazing.
Yeah. 맞아요. 그 발볼이 딱 넓어서.
Yeah. Yep.
쾌적하죠.
Yeah. I think they just make shoes for people with wider feet. I don't know why, but that's what they do.
그 호카 알아요? 호카?
I don't know the brand. What is it?
호카. HOKA. 호카라는
Never heard of
브랜드인데.
it. Go ahead.
근데 그거 러닝화 브랜드거든요.
Oh, okay.
근데 뉴발란스처럼 편해요. 발볼이 넓어요.
Okay, really.
네네. 그리고 뛰기에도 좋은 것 같아요.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Yeah.
네네. 추천합니다.
Okay. But yeah, the New Balance, I will say, so here's again a problem with branding. So it has, the big in logo, right?
네네.
So a few years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, this is going to be a very negative topic, but I just have to bring it up because I think it's important. 5 or 6 years ago, I kind of don't want to say this, but I'll just say it. People who are Nazis, you know the word Nazi?
나치요?
Yeah, Nazi.
네,
나치. They decided that New Balance shoes were the brand that they wanted to wear. Nazis.
네, 뭐라고요?
Yeah.
아니,
Because of the big in. Because of the big in. So one way that Nazis can recognize each other in public is they see, New Balance shoes, that guy must be a Nazi.
아니, 근데 그 나치가 그 2차 대전 때까지 있었잖아요.
Yeah, but there's still Nazis. These days there's also Nazis. Maybe not in Korea, but definitely in USA.
Neo-Nazi?
Yeah, neo-Nazi. Yeah. So neo-Nazis wear New Balance shoes. And when I first heard that news, I was so sad because I was like, no, this is the only shoes that fit me. Like how am I supposed to walk around when I can't wear shoes anymore? So maybe I'll look at Hoka brand. So nobody thinks that I'm a Nazi.
아니, 저 진짜 생각도 못했어요.
Yeah.
와.
So another problem with brands is that people can take the meaning of a brand and change the meaning, right?
네. 진짜 너무하다.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still a thing, but it was about 5 years ago. And when I heard that, I was just like, no. Anyway.
와.
Yeah.
아, 근데 그러면 기분 나쁠 만하죠.
Yeah, definitely. So,
네.
okay, I'll look at Hoka. Hoka? Is that how you
네,
pronounce it?
호카. 예,
Okay, I'll look it up.
HOKA.
Is it a Korean brand or like worldwide brand?
그 세계적인 국제적인
Okay.
브랜드입니다.
Okay. All right.
네.
Man. So another cool brand, Starbucks, is of course.
아,
you know,
스타벅스? 네.
yeah. Do you like Starbucks? Either the
저는
coffee or the brand. I'm just curious. Yeah.
저는 좋아하지는 않아요.
Okay. Yeah.
근데 또 싫어하지도 않고.
Yeah.
네, 그냥 별 생각 없는데요.
Okay.
근데 어릴 때는 그 로고가 되게 분위기 있다고 생각했었어요.
Yeah, I think so.
네, 그래서 막 머그컵이나 텀블러 이런 거 꼭 스타벅스 걸로 사고 그랬어요.
I see.
네.
Yeah. So I'm not originally, but I lived in Seattle for a long time. Starbucks is
네,
from
네.
Seattle, and
맞죠.
the original Starbucks is in Seattle. So whenever I visited Korea, I visited, I guess, 4 or 5 times now. My friends would always say, "Please bring Starbucks tumblers, bring Starbucks mugs as a gift." And so when I would go on my trip, before I went on my trip, I would go to the original Starbucks in Seattle. I would get a bunch of mugs and tumblers and stuff like that. And then I would have like a big bag full of these, right?
네.
And then during my trip, every time I met a friend, I'd be like, "Here's a Starbucks cup." And that was my gift to them for, either going to dinner or going to lunch or, getting to visit with them. Yeah.
근데 그러면은 선물 고를 고민을 안 해도 돼서 좋겠네요.
Yeah. Yeah. Made it easy. But yeah, I think, I don't know, people in USA love Starbucks branded stuff,
네.
but I think Koreans like Starbucks even more, like a lot more.
네, 진짜 좋아해요.
Yeah.
그리고 아까 저도 사실 막 제가 막 자세히 알아보지는 못한 세상인데 그 뭐 연말인가 뭐 어떤 시즌에
Okay.
그 시즌까지
Oh, yeah.
그 시즌이 되기 전까지
Yeah.
그 스타벅스에서 커피를 사서 마시면 그 받을 수 있는 포인트 같은 걸
Yeah.
그 얼만큼 막 쌓으면 그 나중에 그 포인트로 무슨 스타벅스 작은 가방 무슨 뭐 피크닉 세트 이런 거를 살 수 있나 봐요.
I see. So for each season, they have like a gift that they're giving out, but you have to have a certain number of points to get that special gift.
네.
Oh, so I don't drink coffee in general, so I don't really go to Starbucks. I don't know if we have that here or not. I'm not sure if that's just a Korea thing. Maybe it's everywhere, but good business idea.
그렇죠. 그래서 그런 게 있어서 사람들 진짜 그거 열심히 모아서 막 그런 거 받으면 막 SNS에 막 자랑하고
I see.
막 그러더라고요.
I see.
네.
That's cool. What was I gonna say though? Starbucks.
스타벅스?
There was something. Oh, yeah. Okay, so a brand that really surprised me in Korea, I saw this on shirts and bags and coats everywhere, is National Geographic.
아, 맞다. 그거.
That one I found so shocking when I saw it.
아, 그래요? 왜요?
Because National Geographic, do you know the original National Geographic, right?
그 TV 채널 아니에요?
Even before that.
에?
Yeah.
저는 다큐멘터리 채널로 알고 있었는데.
Okay, so before that, it was a magazine.
네네네.
So like similar content, but it was a magazine. I think it was monthly magazine. And so, there was like big magazine like this.
네.
It would have a big like picture in the middle, like, you know, some nature or some person. And then the border would be this gold color, right? Like gold
네,
border
네.
on the magazine, right? That's the National Geographic rectangle, right? But I mean, when I was a kid, when I was younger, this magazine was very, very popular with like older men, I would say. Like
네.
older men would, you know, read about different countries or nature or things like that. And kids would be like, let's play some video games. I don't care about magazines. I don't care about National Geographic. I don't want to see that, you know.
네.
So it's like for older men, really. And then National Geographic Channel, same thing, like nature documentaries, again, usually for older men, I would think.
그렇죠.
So then when I went to Korea, I would see everybody, like adults, kids, men, women, everybody
네.
with National Geographic shirts. I was so confused.
그러게요.
Yeah.
그러게. 저도 왜 그렇게 인기 많은지 모르겠는데
Yeah.
그 로고가 깔끔해요.
Yeah. It's a beautiful logo. I love it.
네네. 그래서
Yeah.
그런가 싶기도 하고.
Yeah.
근데 저도 내셔널 지오그래픽 가방 하나 있어요.
You have one?
네, 가방 되게 예쁘거든요. 보여줄까요? 잠시만요.
Sure. Yeah. Show me. Let me see.
네. 근데 제가 어디서 듣기로는 찝찝프였나? 내셔널 지오그래피인가? 둘 중에 하나인가 아니면 둘 다 그 이런 옷 브랜드, 패션 브랜드는 한국이 가지고 있다고 들었어요.
That's right. Yeah. There's no clothes or there's nothing with the National Geographic logo in USA that I've ever seen.
그쵸?
I've never seen it. So
그러니까.
I think it's just a Korean brand in terms of clothes. Yeah.
예.
Yeah.
일단 가방 여기 있습니다.
Oh, cool. Where's the logo?
로고 여기 잘 보면 이 쇠로.
Oh, now I see. Okay. Yeah. It's very small. Wow. Okay.
네, 여기 잘 안 보이네. 아무튼 그 너무 막 사파리 정글 탐험할 것처럼 생겼잖아요.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
네, 그래서 그 가방 안에 넣고 가방 안에 물건들 넣고 그 막 옷 같은 거 돌돌 말아서
Yeah.
그 여기 요렇게 딱 하면은 네, 딱 좋습니다.
Yeah. I mean, the style of it itself is really cool, and like it looks like high quality. Like it would last for a very long time. Like be very strong.
네.
So that's good. And then it has the logo too, which is like, you know, if you like the logo, then it's cool. So that's cool. Yeah, I was just thinking about this. Is that sometimes a logo. Why am I saying logo? A brand. They're not quite the same thing. Sometimes a brand can be related to the quality of the product. Like you see this brand and you know that it will be quality because it has a good reputation, right?
맞아요. 사실 그게 브랜드의 힘이죠.
Yeah. But sometimes it's the opposite. Like
그럴 수 있죠.
sometimes you see a certain brand and you're like, oh, this is going to be very, very bad.
네, 맞아요.
Yeah. But okay. But yeah, that's cool. I don't know the National Geographic clothing brand, but when I see that bag, I'm like, okay, that looks like a good quality bag. Are they known for having good quality, or do they just put it on good and bad items?
대체로 좋은 것 같아요.
Okay.
네, 제 생각에는 뭐 제가 근데 내셔널 지오그래픽 그 브랜드의 물건이 저 가방 하나밖에 없어서.
Okay.
네, 뭐 티셔츠는 저는 딱히 살 생각이 없거든요.
I see. Okay.
근데 가방은 엄청 튼튼해요.
Okay. Cool.
네,
All right.
네, 그렇습니다.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So my backpack. Here, I'll bring it in. We'll do another show and tell just for fun.
네.
I don't know. I don't know if you have this brand in Korea or not. So tell me. Do you have this brand?
카멜백?
Yeah, Camelback.
오,
Do you have
저는
Camelback?
처음 봐요. 저는.
Okay, so you know camel, right?
네, 낙타.
Yeah. And you know the back, 등, right?
아, 등. 네.
Right. So Camelback is known for hiking, especially for hiking backpacks, where you want to carry water with you, like backpack camping.
네.
So you want to have water on your back so that while you're walking, it has like a little hose you can go like drink,
네.
right?
네.
That's Camelback's specialty. They're known for that. So we got this backpack. I think actually my wife got this backpack many, many years ago, like maybe 15 years ago.
네.
So that we would have a small hiking backpack so we could drink water while we hiked, right?
네.
And now this is the backpack that I use every day when I go to work, when I go shopping, when I go hiking, almost every situation. I use it almost every day, and it still has no problems. It works really well. So it's very high quality.
네.
But it's the only Camelback thing I've ever bought. I've never bought anything else. So it's not like I care about this brand. It's just this specific backpack has worked very well for me. So I don't know.
참 그게 진짜 잘 만들었다는 말 아닐까요?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
하나 사서 계속 써도 되니까.
Right. Yeah. Just buy it once and never again.
네.
Yeah.
좋은데.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like if I was somebody who liked brands and if I liked Camelback brand, then maybe I would buy, a different color and a different size and, for different purpose. Like there might be, like there might be other Camelback products too. I don't know, like hats or something. I don't know. I really don't know. So, yeah.
네, 좋습니다.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, if you have more.
네, 아니 보통 브랜드 하면은 이제 우리가 얘기한 옷이나 가방, 신발 생각하는데 그 댓글로 추천 받은 것처럼 가전제품 이런 것도 브랜드를 좀 따질 수 있잖아요.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
예. 한국도 막 모니터는 어디 거, 가전은 LG 이런 것들이 좀 오랫동안 있었거든요.
Yeah.
미국도 좀 그런 편인가요? 미국 캐나다?
Oh yeah, definitely, of course. Yeah. I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, I see Samsung here, and then I see what's this one? Cobra. Cobra is the mouse that I use, and then LG is my camera over there. Samsung is my phone, and then Blu-ray. Blu-ray is owned by Sony, I think, so that's a Sony brand. These are Sony headphones. That I don't know, but yeah, there's brands all around me. Like it's unavoidable, right?
그러면 지프 집에 대부분이 한국 아니면 일본 물건이 많네요, 좀.
Like Japanese brands for electronic equipment and electronics, Japanese brands are very, very popular in US and Canada. Very common. Again, like I'm not a big Sony fan. Like I don't care that much, but these headphones I bought 20 years ago and they still work great. Like these headphones are amazing.
그렇구나.
So buy it once. And then this microphone. This is the Shure brand microphone, right? You have the same.
그렇죠. 제 거랑 약간 달라요. 찌프게 약간 더 비싼 모델이에요.
Mine's a little more expensive.
네.
I see. Yeah, I mean, like I said, brands are unavoidable. Like anything that you buy will be branded generally.
네.
It's just, I don't really care so much. I don't think about the brands that much. I guess if I buy a new TV, I would think about the TV I have right now and maybe get a similar TV because I know it works very well.
네.
I think my TV right now is LG actually. But I don't know. I don't have. I'm not going to buy like LG headphones and LG keyboard and LG monitor. Like I just don't care. So yeah,
네.
I don't think about it.
근데 요즘은 좀 그런 딱 이 브랜드여야 해라는 생각이 많이 없어지는 것 같아요. 사람들을 생각이.
Mhm.
그래서 LG였나? 모니터 판매량
Mhm.
그게 엄청 줄었다고 하더라고요.
Oh, really?
네.
Why? I mean, is there a reason if you know?
아, 그쵸. 그러니까 옛날에는 LG 모니터가 좋으니까 그냥 묻지도 따지지도 않고 LG 거 사고
Right.
그냥 그랬는데 근데 가격이 좀 비싸잖아요.
The price kept going up.
네. 그런데 막 브랜드가 전혀 없는 그냥 작은 회사들이 만든 아니면 뭐 어디 뭐 중국에서 수입해 오는
Right.
그런 싼 모니터들도
Yeah.
이제는 좀 다들 잘 만들게 돼서
Right. Right.
그냥 브랜드 가치만 없을 뿐이지 작동은 잘 하는 거예요.
Sure, that makes sense. Yeah. So like they make good quality products, so their brand became popular. They got more expensive, but now other countries such as China and other places can produce the same product more cheaply and also in good quality. So people just buy that because they don't care about the brand so much. They just want the product at a cheap price. Right.
맞아요.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe that's the difference between like clothing and electronic products is other than my phone. I don't carry around electronics with me. I don't carry around my headphones with me. So if people see I have a Sony headset or not, doesn't matter.
네.
But if they see this shirt, like maybe, like they care more about what they're representing or what represents them.
누구한테 보이느냐.
Yeah.
그렇죠. 그래요. 그래서 그 헤드폰도 밖에 나가서 사람들한테 보여주기 위해서
True. There is. Yep.
그 애플 뭐더라? 그 에어팟 프로?
AirPods. Yep. True.
에어팟 프로 그 헤드폰 그거 있잖아요.
Right.
그거를 막 전에 그게 한창 유행이었었거든요.
Right. Definitely. Yeah, and also I'm not sure about Korea, but in USA, Beats headphones were very, very popular for a long time.
네.
Yeah.
근데 전 사실 잘 이해가 안 됐어요.
I see. But yeah, I mean, for me, when I wear headphones outside of the house, I try to think of how to say this. I don't really care what they look like. I care what they sound like. I care about the sound.
그게 중요하죠. 그게 맞죠.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think about it that much. But yeah, it can be. For some people, it can be an important part of outfit is maybe a weird way to say this, but like their appearance. Headphones can be a part of their appearance. Yeah.
맞아요.
Yeah. What else I was going to say? Okay, I have a weird story about brands.
네.
So this was maybe 10 years ago. I don't know. About 10 years ago. My wife and I went to Atlanta, which is a state in USA.
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Yeah. First time going there. It's near Florida, southeast USA.
네.
And we went, sorry. Atlanta's a city. My mistake. Atlanta's a city in Georgia, the state. I don't know why my brain isn't working. Okay. So anyway, we went to Atlanta City, and there's a Coca-Cola museum. I don't think it's a factory, but definitely a museum, Coca-Cola museum there.
네.
Okay. So you go there and there's like thousands of different Coca-Cola products. So it could be like, little stuffed animals or hats or shirts, or it could be like scissors, like anything, like, literally anything.
네.
And then they had a tasting area where they had more than 100 different flavors of Coca-Cola from around the world. Like different countries have different flavors. And then that's not the important part. Here's the important part.
네.
there's a theater. So you sit in the theater, and then they show you like maybe a 20-minute or 10-minute advertisement about Coca-Cola. It's like the history of Coca-Cola, right? So how the brand started, and then how they made it, and then now today what it's like, and blah 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 blah, right?
네.
And my wife and I we sat and we watched this short documentary advertisement thing, and we were just like, this is really weird. It's almost like a religion. Like they're trying to like teach you why like Coca-Cola is the greatest thing and the best flavor in high school or whatever. We're just kind of like, this is weird. It's really weird. But then I don't know if they were next to me or behind me, but somebody behind me, they were like crying, and they said, "This is the most beautiful day of my life." It's just like, I'm so confused. I don't understand. Like it feels like they're being almost like hypnotized by the brand. Like, it's so weird. I find that so strange. I guess they're a really big fan of Coca-Cola, but I don't know.
되게
Yeah.
좀 그 컬트 호러 영화 분위기인데요? 좀
It's like a cult horror. Yeah, sure. So anyway.
무서웠을 것 같은데 저는
It could be a little scary. So yeah, I don't know. I think brands are very powerful is basically what I'm trying to say. Whether it's scary or not, they have a lot of power with people. So yeah.
제가 고등학생 때인가 들은 코카콜라 괴담이 있는데.
What's 괴담? That's like a horror story or ghost story? Okay, what's the ghost story?
근데 그러니까 괴담 귀신일
okay.
필요는 없는데요.
Okay.
근데 이제 그게 진짠지 아닌지 모르는 무서운 이야기예요.
Okay. It's we would say urban legend in English.
맞아요.
Yeah,
도시 괴담.
Okay.
도시 괴담. 코카콜라 무슨 코카콜라 팀이었나? 어디서 그 실험을 했는데 그 영화관에서 영화를 틀면서 그 영화가 막 프레임이 있잖아요. 그 장면들이.
Okay. Sure.
그 되게 빠르게 프레임이 바뀌잖아요. 근데 거기에 그 관객들이 알아차리지 못할 만큼 빠르게 그 코카콜라 캔을 사삭사삭 보내셨대요. 그렇게 했더니 사람들이 나중에 영화관에서 다 나가서 전부 다 코카콜라를 사 마셨다는 괴담이 있는데 그걸 진짜인지 모르겠네.
Yeah. I don't know if it's true or not, but it does sound like it could work. Like I would believe it. Like it doesn't sound it doesn't sound fake to me.
진짠가 그러면?
Yeah, maybe. But so okay, just so I can explain that. We call that in English subliminal messaging.
네.
Subliminal messaging.
So, 네.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems possible. But I don't know. It could be a fake story too. What I would imagine from that story, is maybe a research scientist did that in a specific situation to test the concept and see if it worked. And then maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. I don't know. I don't think that's something that like either Coca-Cola or movies or theaters would normally do all the time. I don't think that's like a common thing. Maybe it was just one situation.
그러겠죠. 그렇죠.
Yeah, that's my guess, but I don't know.
네, 맞아요.
Wow. Yeah.
네. 근데
yeah.
근데 그 좋아요. 그 옷 얘기 의류 브랜드에서 가전 뭐 전자제품 얘기도 했고 그 음식도 있잖아요. 코카콜라처럼.
Oh yeah, food. Yeah, of course.
네. 근데
okay, so I'll say another positive thing about brands. I'm trying to like weigh positive and negative a little bit.
네.
One very positive, nice thing about brands for food is if you're traveling and you see a restaurant brand that you recognize, you know what to expect. Like good or bad, you know what they have and you know if you like it or what's good or not. So at least having some like consistency and expectation is very, very helpful sometimes when you're traveling. So that can be good. Yeah.
그건 맞아요.
Yeah.
방글라데시 있을 때가 생각나네요.
Mhm.
거기에 저는 생각도 못했는데 KFC랑
KFC.
그리고 버거킹이랑
Yeah.
그리고 도미노 피자가 있었어요.
And Domino Pizza.
저는 기대도 안 했는데 그런 브랜드들이 있어서 진짜 잘 먹었죠.
That's awesome.
네.
So KFC, Burger King, and Domino's,
네.
were they different than in Korea, or were they the same in terms of flavor and options?
거의 같았고
Mm-hmm.
버거킹 같은 경우는 진짜 똑같았어요.
Oh, really? Okay.
네. 근데 KFC는 좀 더 맛있었던 것 같기도 하고.
Even more delicious, KFC.
네. 그 나라가 그 KFC 말고도 그냥 튀김을 많이 해먹는 나라라서
Yeah.
약간 로컬의 그 튀김 노하우가 들어갔겠죠.
That's cool.
네.
Yeah. I think so I'll just say this. In America, we're very used to hearing that fast food brands, especially like McDonald's and Burger King, in other countries the quality is much better than in USA. That's what we hear a lot.
그래요?
That's what I always hear. Personally, I don't really eat very often at fast food in USA or in other countries, so I can't really judge it because I don't know. But that's what I usually hear, is that it's much better in other countries.
왜지?
I don't know. I think maybe if I had to guess, is those are companies that started in USA.
네.
They became like profitable because of efficiency. They're very, very efficient companies. Their brands became popular, so other countries wanted that brand, or they wanted to expand into those countries. But because their brand was very popular, there was an expectation that the food needed to also be good. So instead of having the same food, they have improved food in those countries because the brand is important. That's my guess, but I don't actually know.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
예. 근데 그럴 수도 있죠.
Yeah.
네, 그러니까 뭐 우리 집에서만 먹을 거면 그냥 우리만 만족하면 되는데 뭐 옆 동네 옆집에도 보여주려면 더 잘해야죠.
Right.
그쪽에서도 더 잘하고 싶을 거고.
Yeah, you have to make a good impression in those countries so that you can expand there too. So, yeah. Oh, you know what's a really big brand in Korea these days? Tim Hortons.
미국에서요?
No, it's Canada.
캐나다에서요?
Yeah. So Canada is where Tim Hortons started. But in Korea now, Tim Hortons, I've heard from friends that it's very popular. Am I wrong? Is it not popular?
팀 홀튼?
Yeah. Oh, maybe not in Busan.
그럴 수도 있어요.
Might just be Seoul.
팀 홀튼?
Yeah.
한국에도 있네요.
Yeah. Recently, like in the last maybe 2 years, they started opening stores or selling coffee branded products there.
아니, 다 서울이야. 아니, 서울밖에 없어요. 아니, 경기,
Oh, it's only in Seoul.
네.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
근데 진짜 많아요, 서울에.
Yeah, okay.
진짜 많아요. 잘 되나 보다.
Okay. But yeah, it just opened recently, like maybe 2 years ago. So it's still growing.
20개가 넘는데요?
But before they opened in Seoul, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when I traveled to Korea, one of my friends said, "Bring me Tim Hortons coffee." They were like, they really, but honestly, but I just remembered this. They actually lived in Canada for a few years where they had Tim Hortons coffee in Canada and then moved back to Korea. And so that's why they wanted Tim Hortons, is because they had lived in Canada. I just remembered that. So.
근데 뭐 거기 커피가 좀 맛있나 봐요.
Yeah. That's what I hear. I don't drink a lot of coffee. I don't go to Tim Hortons, but that's what I hear. Yeah.
커피랑 도넛을 파는 곳이라고 하네요.
Yeah, they're famous for their donuts. I've tried the donuts. They're terrible. That's my opinion. I think the donuts are awful. Their food is okay. Their food is okay.
그래요?
Yeah.
별로구나.
Yeah. What's a good donut brand in Korea?
아 딱히 없는 것 같은데.
What? There's nothing?
아니 그러니까 특별히 이 도넛이다 이렇게 하는 게 그러니까 큰 브랜드는 그런 게 없는 것 같아요. 뭐 던킨 도넛도 있고.
I was just thinking Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah.
뭐 그리고 크리스피 도넛도 있고.
Ah, Krispy Kreme.
아 크리스피 크림, 네 크리스피
right.
크림 그 거기도 있고.
Yeah.
근데 저 부산에서 하나 유명한 거 하나 있었는데 되게 브랜딩을 귀엽게 한 그 도넛집이 노티드 도넛?
What?
노티드 나리드
Knotted.
나티드
I've never heard of that.
KNOTTED.
Yeah, knotted. I've never heard of that. Maybe it's a more global brand or something in Europe. I don't know. I've never heard of that one.
예, 이것도 막 던킨 도넛처럼 엄청 큰 브랜드는 아니거든요.
Oh, okay.
예, 근데 좀 사람들이 좋아하더라고요.
Okay. All right.
네, 좀 귀여워요. 그리고.
That's cool.
네, 아무튼.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, like, we've done so much advertising in this video, and we're not getting paid a thing.
아, 그렇네요.
Yeah, where's our advertising money for this? We've promoted so many brands today. Yeah.
아, 그렇네. 광고 좀 받으면 좋겠네요.
Yeah. Actually, I just thought of this, but that's maybe my one other thing that I don't like about brands is so I'm wearing this T-shirt, right? I'm advertising this brand to anywhere I walk. I'm advertising. Where's my money? I'm not getting paid. I don't like that when you wear a brand that you're advertising but not getting paid.
그렇네.
Yeah.
그러면 좀 싸게 팔아도 되는 거 아니에요?
Yeah.
네.
Yeah. I remember something. This is when I was younger. It never got popular, but when I was younger, there was a brand called Car Wraps.
네.
And they would pay you, like normal people, to put branding on their car so that when they drove around, they were advertising for all these other brands, right? Like a race car, kind of.
그쵸.
So you could just get paid for nothing, basically, just to have this on your car. But I think it just looked so ugly that people were like, no. Like it's not worth it to get paid to put this on my car. Yeah.
하긴 그 차에 붙여서 광고해야 할 정도면 그렇게 막 사람들이 알아서 찾지는 않겠죠.
Yeah.
아니 뭐 만약에 제가 스투시 좋아한다 그랬잖아요. 그 스투시에서 내가 내 차에 그 스투시 스티커 붙이고 다니면 돈 준다고 그러면 당연히 감사합니다 이렇게 하고 붙일 것 같은데.
Right. Well, anyway, I think that's all I have for brands. I don't think I can think of anything else.
네, 그 이번에는 그렇죠. 좀 되게 가볍게 재밌게 이야기를 한 것 같아요.
Yeah. This was fun. This was a really fun topic, actually.
네, 그러니까 이 주제 추천 받아서 할 때 되게 재밌는 것 같네요. 네, 브랜드. 그 사실 근데 이게 엄청 방대한 주제잖아요.
Yeah, true.
네, 그래서 우리가 이번 시간에는 좀 우리끼리 그냥 이렇게 재밌게 얘기를 했는데 사실 너무 일부분이라.
Yeah, we could talk about focusing on just one aspect or something like. But
네. 다음에
did
그렇게
pretty
해도
broad
될 것
coverage
같아요.
of it. Yeah.
네,
Cool.
좋습니다.
Alright.
네, 그럼 오늘 너무 재밌었고.
Yeah.
네, 이렇게 또 주제 추천 부탁드리고요.
Yeah. Thanks for recommending the topic. This was a great one. So yeah.
네.
Definitely, if you have more topics, you can always put them in the comments, and then we'll get to them.
네. 그러면 이쯤에서 마무리 해볼까요?
Yep. Yeah. Let's wrap up.
네, 좋습니다. 그러면 이번 시간 브랜드에 대해서 재밌게 얘기해봤고요. 서로 티셔츠랑 가방 자랑도 재밌게 했고요.
Yep.
그럼 저희는 또 다음 주에 유익하고 흥미로운 내용으로 돌아오겠습니다. 저는 지금까지 하프앤하프의 정태웅이었습니다. 감사합니다.
And I'm Jeep. You've been listening to Half and Half, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.